Hi everybody, it's Positive Bluebird. I apologize in advance for the limited space that I have here on my sewing and vanity desk. It's small, but it's an old vintage desk that used to be my mom's. So, but I just figured it had some really good lighting in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this photo album that I have owned for about 20 years. I do not have photos inside it as I am organizing some really old photos and putting them in different albums with labels and dates and what have you. And so that is very time consuming, and eventually will be done and I will show that at another time. So with this old photo album, on the inside are several different pockets where you would actually put that photo. But instead, I started making, many years ago, little handmade cards. I made, for instance, this one says, let me read it sideways. It says, Baby Buddies Patchwork Design, small and great for diaper changing. What is it? Wall tapestry or snuggling. And so it was kind of like a makeshift business card of what I was making, such as baby blankets and patchwork quilts and things like that. And so I would post these all over town many years ago, like probably 10 years ago. Excuse my blue hands. And I was posting them inside laundromats, on top of cork boards, grocery stores, everywhere. And I never got a phone call. Anyway, that's okay. So then I started making these cute little embellished cards that you could write notes on the back. It was just a stamp pad on top of paper, which was then cut out and put on designer paper, and then I hot glued googly eyes, and these could actually be glued onto the pocketbooks that I'm working on. So there's different ones here. I obviously have to find the eye. This one's missing both eyes, but here's the stamp of the frog, and then I cut around it and glued it on this designer paper, and obviously I would cut it a little bit better. But what you would do is you would then glue it on the inside of your pocketbook. Okay, so you're just making a whole bunch of them in advance and then putting them inside the slip covers here so that you will have them ready to go. So there's a bunch more cards that I had made. Let me see what this one is. Oh, this is another stamp. It's just a bird stamp. And it looks like I double stamped and then cut around it and glued it on the paper. And again, you would just glue it inside the pocket book, or you can just write your own little note on here for your neighbor. Just about anything. So there's a bunch more. I don't know where some of these stamp pads went. I think over time I had lost them. Here's some more little notes. This is a little quote I came up with for my Facebook group page, which is called That's So Fibro. So the quote is, not so perfecto, that's so fibro. So basically when I am sewing something, there might be a seam that isn't quite perfect, or it's not aligned straight enough, but that doesn't matter because children and most people just accept handmade gifts as is, and it's just the thought that went behind it in the first place. Here is some more, looks like some more stamps that I put on here that I don't remember where they are. So you get the point. This one is Happy Halloween. So basically you're just prepping your cardstock and you're putting them inside the pockets in this album so that when you do need them, they're ready to go. So that is that part. And then I'm going to show you over here. A long time ago, my son came up with this elephant right here, and then I drew this one. And Ryland wrote this called Ryland's Elitotes. And we were going to make handmade elephants, and then we were going to sew them on top of a purse or a tote for children's books. and we never got to doing that because of life events and things like that. And then this one was for my former stepdaughter. This one was called Shiloh's Cub Cheeks. They were supposed to be handmade totes and purses with sewn-in teddy bears. And actually, I have the original die cut that she had traced her own teddy bear, and it's actually over there in this drawer right here. So it's like a cardboard teddy bear, and you just trace it around material, cut it out, and then sew it on top of a child's tote, and you can even stuff it with cotton. Alright guys, that is it for tonight. I hope this helps you if you are into making cards. I a long time ago went to a place called Stampin' Up, and it was pretty fun, and they taught us how to do these things. So alright guys, that's it. Peace out and stay positive.